Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Mini reviews. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. I'm Dual, the Big D2. This is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Back again with another set of mini reviews. Today I'm going to be giving you the second half of my mini reviews vids on the After series. Oh boy. Now before I get things rolling on this, if you haven't seen the first part, check that out as I give you the card right now. Because I'm going to get this over with as best I can. Now, I've talked about After from 2019, then its two sequels, After We Collided and After We Fell, which I've seen those once again, but that's probably for the last time. But what about the other two films? Well, are they worthy of a redemption, or are they just not worthy to watch? Well, yeah, not worthy enough. But let's get this over with. Here we go with the next film in the After series. Okay, first up, I'm going to give you my mini review of the fourth installment, After Ever Happy. Of course, it was released in some countries as After Ever After and After Forever. Of course, like the previous film, it was released through Voltage Pictures, who also produced the film. And once again, directed by Castile Landon, who directed the previous film, from a screenplay by Sharon Sobel. It's based on the novel the same name by Anna Todd. And of course, Josephine Langford and Hero Fiennes Tiffin reprise their roles as Tessa and Hardin, respectively. Of course, this was shot back to back in Bulgaria along with its predecessor, After We Fell. Well, after Christian reveals to Hardin that he is his biological father, which I did not give you the whole fun thing, Hardin returns to his mother's wedding reception with Tessa, where he confronts her about the deception. Vance tries to explain himself, but Hardin storms off with a bottle of whiskey. And then that evening, Tessa finds a drunk Hardin break into Trisha's house and setting the place on fire. He realizes his mistake and tries to put the fire out to no avail, but Vance arrives and sneaks him out the back to Vance's car as the fire department arrives. He wakes up the next morning. Tessa tells him Vance told the police he had set the fire himself, and he drives to a hill where they have a little sex. But it really takes a hard hit, what have you, and Hardin in the last bit he releases his book and what have you. But apparently Tessa doesn't look too thrilled and what have you. But that's all of this story I'm gonna give to you. My thoughts of this, not good. This is not even good at all. This film also, well, unlike the previous installments, this is a mere 0% with the critics. While the audiences was a commanding lead of 92%. Boy, I can't imagine why. Now, this this is repetitive like the other films are. This film still provides the same toxicity we got from the previous two films. While I said the first film was fine and what have you, but I still didn't think you would watch it. But it'd be all right. But the sequels are kind of But this one really continues the downward spiral of the After franchise. When it was released, it made 19 million in a limited release. Anyway, it was released in Europe in August of 2022 on August 22nd, and then a couple weeks later in the US. But anyway, yeah. Now, of course, we have Josephine Langford back as Tess and Hero Fiennes Tiffin as Hardin. Yeah, they're all right, but they're not as good as before. Louise Lombardi is back as Trish. We have Chance Perdomo as Landon, and Stephen Moyer back as Christian, and Mira Sorvino as Carol. Oh yeah, and we have Ariel Kebbel as Kimberly. Yeah, yeah, because I thought the name sounded familiar since after she appeared in the previous film, she had, and well, before she was even in After We Fell, she was recently in 50 Shades Freed, as a matter of fact. She was also, I mostly remembered her from Aquamarine, but I did see her in some other films, though, like American Pie Presents Band Camp and Vampires Suck, which that's a film I still have yet to review. But anyway, the cast is alright. Still not good though. It has a score from George Callis, which that's okay. Well, which is okay too. The music's fine, what have you. It's just the movie isn't great and what have you. And I'd say avoid this at all cost. Now what about the latest installment, the final one that is? Next review, please. Now it's time I talk about the recent film, After Everything. Now, this was released last September, what have you. And of course, we have, well, Hero finds Tiffin and Josephine Langford, Louise Lombard, and Stephen Moyer, plus Ariel Kebbel back. We also have Mimi Keene and several others. But anyway, in this film, Hardin is still pining for Tessa a year after she broke up with him upon discovering his manuscript for their love story called After. His publisher urges him to produce a follow up to the bestseller before year's end. So he can't enjoy himself and has continual flashbacks of Tessa. So Catherine and her friend get Hardin to take them to his place, but he's not enjoying himself and drinking until he passes out. Well, apparently he manages to give up drinking, what have you, but anywho, I'm just gonna say this is just a little more Orion, what have you. I thought it was factually an okay way to end the film, but I do think this film could have used a little more Josephine Langford. I didn't see her much throughout the whole blooming thing. Hero finds Tiffin isn't just about all of this film. The only focus is on his character of Hardin. And well, that's just a big issue with this. And they had George Callis back on board for the score and Castile Landon on directing, which of course he also wrote the screenplay. Now this film's dubbed as the final chapter in the poster when it got released last September, and it got a limited theatrical release. Now, of course, just more recently, it just came to Netflix not so long ago. So, if you're really thinking you want to see it, you're more than welcome to. But I doubt you would want to check this out and what have you. The film's okay to has an okay ending, but everything in this it's just not that great. Now, I don't mind it having less sex. That's fair and what have you. I'm to understand on that certainly. But a lot of it just wasn't. Well, now, despite this as being marketed with the log line, the final chapter, according to Landon, he said in 2021 that a prequel and additional sequel centered around the children of the series protagonists were in pre-production. Now, we'll see about that. I sincerely doubt we would want any more after films. What do you think? I think y'all would agree. I I agree as well. I don't think any more after films would be worth a go for. Sorry. After Everything was, well, it was alright and what have you. At least it just had well, I don't know. And well, it doesn't actually have an official Rotten Tomatoes score in my view by the critics because it's just blank. It's not at 0% either. The audience's score is 79%, and I've seen lots of reviews. Now, one review came in and it was from Common Sense Mia saying this film has less sex, more dialogue, prettier scenery. Well, that's another good thing. This did have some pretty good scenery. Yes, I agree with that. And the addition of an extremely appealing new character. Well, whoever they're talking about. Anywho, I will say we do get the introduction of a new character, though. If my memory serves me, let me make this. Yeah, I got a feeling it's the character of Nellie. Yes. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Who moved to Lisbon to escape the backlash from Harlan's friend making a video with what happened going viral and what have you. So I think she was a decent addition. Yeah, that's true. So anyway, after everything, it's factually okay and what have you. It's still not great though. Not sure I would recommend this though. If you didn't like the other after sequels, I'm not sure you'd be worth checking out either. But if you are a hardcore completionist, you're more than welcome to check it out. But anyway, that's it. And since this was a recent release from a few months ago last year, I'm giving this a score of a star and a half. Which means on a scale of 1 to 10, I give this one, hmm, I give it a 2. Yeah, which would make it the second, which would now put in a draw with Knights of the Zodiac, which was the worst film I ever watched last year. I'd be better off with that than this one. So that's all I can say about After Everything. What did you think of these two films? Just let me know in the comments section if you'd like. And if you like the video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. And join me next time when I review Mel Brooks' Blazing Saddles, which is a much better movie and a much better classic, too. But if you like this, check out my reviews of the 50 Shades franchise. The upper left hand corner is my review of 50 Shades of Grey. The upper right hand corner is my review of 50 Shades Darker. And the bottom left hand corner is my review of 50 Shades Freed. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.